So we're going to start, there's lots of people, it's warm in here now. So we're going to start with a bit of breathing, as I generally do for most of my classes. So we're going to start seated. So if you want to sit on a cushion or sit with your back against a sofa, then by all means you can do that. And you're just going to sit nice and tall, drop your shoulders away from your ears, draw the crown of your head up nice and tall. And we really want to expand our belly. So try and bring that attention and awareness just to release that area, because we really do hold in and then we breathe up here and we can't fully expand our lungs. So we're just going to start with a nice slow inhale in through our nose and then exhale out through your mouth. So inhaling in, not forcing it, not thinking about it, just inhaling in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And then the next one, I want you to try and exhale out through your nose. So inhale in through your nose and slowly exhale out through the nose. So keep that rhythm in through the nose and out through the nose if you can. Just slowly, again, not forcing it, not worrying about how many breaths you're coming in or going out. It's just about, this is about grounding yourself and bringing yourself to the present moment. So trying to bring yourself to now. So your mind is going to be going all over the place. Just try and acknowledge that and then bring it back to your breath. And then we're going to try a count of 4 seconds. So inhaling in for 4 seconds. And exhaling out for 4 seconds. Still through the nose if you can. Inhaling in. Really allow that belly to release. It might take you a few rounds to get in to that rhythm. And whilst you're here, just check that your shoulders haven't risen, that your jaw is nice and relaxed, your face is nice and relaxed. Again, don't worry if this 4 seconds is too much. You might feel that you can do more. Might feel that you can do 6 seconds. But just still keep bringing that attention and focus onto your breath. This might be really uncomfortable and strange and new for you. Just try and embrace it for the next few moments. Inhaling in. Hopefully that attention and awareness to your breath just brings you to now. You might find that you've got loads of distractions going on around you. Just try and let them pass by acknowledging them, but not letting them disrupt your breathing pattern. So we've probably spent all morning hunched over our desks. So we really want to try and open up our chest, allow our body to breathe. Probably been shallow breathing and not thinking about the lower part of our rib cage. So to expand the lower part of your rib cage, you actually release neurotransmitters, which will then send messages to the brain to calm you down, which is why we talk about fully expanding our lungs. One more inhale in. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Still trying to bring that attention and awareness to your breath, to how you're sitting. Are you holding tension anywhere? It's quite normal. Just try and release that tension. Still try and keep that awareness on the slowness of your breath. And then reach both arms up overhead. Nice and tall. You're going to bring your right hand by your right hip, reach this left arm up and over for a side stretch. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come over to the other side. So plant that left hand down, right arm up and over. One more each side. Trying to move with that breath. Try not to hold your breath. Coming over to the left. And then coming back up to centre. You're going to gently twist round to the right. So bring your right hand behind you so it's on the ground. Left hand to right knee. Twist your torso round. Try not to crank your head round. And then come round to the other side. So left hand behind, right hand to left knee. Twisting that torso. It's about moving that upper body round. And then come back to centre. You're going to lay on your backs. Knees are bent, feet are flat. And then you're just going to make sure that the small of your back touches the floor. So you're coming into a bridge position. So it's really important to keep that neck in line with your spine. And then you're going to push your hips up to the sky. So hands are flat beside you. Push your hips up. And then slowly, as you lower your hips down, try and get each notch of your back to touch the mat as you bring your pelvis down. Relax that pelvis. Take an inhale. Small of your back. Push those hips up. And then slowly lowering down. So really allowing your back to just slowly connect with the mat as you go down. One more. As you push your hips up to the sky. And then slowly lower down. Thinking about it, I rushed then. And then let your left leg go long, hug your right knee into your chest. So you're going to flex and point your foot, circle it in one direction and then the other. You might get a few cracks out of it. And then you're going to draw that knee over to the left. So you're almost laying onto your left side. I want you to turn your head to the right. Reach that right arm out. So you're anchoring that right shoulder down and twisting the torso again. Thinking about breathing into that right rib cage space. And then coming back to centre, left knee in to meet right. Right leg goes straight. Hugging that left knee in. Don't worry, it hasn't got to meet your body. And then circle your foot, flex and point. Really try and move that foot in different directions that it normally gets day to day, walking in a straight line. Take that knee across your body over to the right. Reach that left arm out to the side as you open your chest and turn your head in the opposite direction to gently twist that torso again. Trying to breathe into that space in that rib cage. And then come back to centre. Both feet flat again. You're going to do one more bridge. So you're going to push your small of your back into the mat. Push your hips up. And then come on to your tippy toes. So you're pushing your heels up. You can get a little bit more lift from your bottom. And you're going to reach your right leg up to the sky. It doesn't have to be straight at all. And then you're going to rest that ankle on that left thigh as you slowly draw your hips down again, trying to get one notch down. There's no race here. And then you're going to interlace your hands either behind your thigh if you can get there. If not, you can stay in this position, resting that knee out. If not, you're going to hug that thigh into your chest or even interlace your hands over that knee. So if your hips are really tight, you're going to be feeling it here. So don't try and yank your body into any kind of position. Just slowly find a little bit of a stretch into that area. Again, breathe nice and slowly. If you start to breathe quickly, your mind then wanders into a fast place, and we're trying to slow everything down just for a short time. And then release that hold, both feet flat, coming back to that bridge position again. So pushing your hips up to the sky, lifting your heels. You're getting a little bit more of a push, engaging your glutes. That left leg's going to go up to the sky. Again, don't worry, it hasn't got to be pointy ballerina toes. Rest that ankle on the right thigh, and then we're slowly lowering down. And you're either staying here, flattening that right foot, or you're interlacing behind that thigh, or on top of that knee as you draw that right thigh into your body, feeling it on that left side. Try not to yank it in that position. Just be aware that you're not creating any tension anywhere else by trying to get your body into a position you think it should be in. So everywhere else needs to be kind of nice and relaxed, as uncomfortable as it might be. And then slowly release. You're going to cross your ankles, you're going to come up to seated. Now I like to have a little play here, so I like to roll up and down until I get up to that seated position. That might not be for you. You might find your own way up, back into that seated position. If you find cross-legged really hard, your option is to sit on your heels so that your knees are bent. Cross-legged is always hard, and you always favour one side more than the other. You're going to reach up and then fold forward. We're not asking you to be flat on the mat. You can curl your back, you can draw your chin to your chest. You're just trying to create that little bit of space around those hips if those knees are open. You can still do this if your knees are underneath you. And then just walk your hands over to the left. And then over to the right. Not letting your bum lift. And then come back to centre. Walking those hands up. You're going to bring yourself into a tabletop position. So your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees, and you're going to come to cat-cow. So with the cow position, you're pulling your chest through, you're tilting your pelvis, taking an inhale, and then as you exhale, you're arching your back like when a cat is about to hiss. So you're pushing, creating that space in between your shoulder blades. Pulling through, really try and lift that chest, you'll feel that in your belly. Take an inhale, and then as you arch your back, feel that space in between your shoulders. This time as you pull your chest through, I want you to lift your heels into your bottom. And then as you exhale, draw your feet flat, arch your back. If you want, you can lift your knees. A little bit of heat in the belly. Slowly drop those knees, pull that chest through, draw those heels into your bottom. And then as you arch your back, lift your knees if you want to. And then drop your knees, keeping your hips over your knees. You're going to start to walk your hands forward. So you're trying to think about dipping that chest down to the earth. So it's melting heart pose. So you're thinking about drawing that chest. Now it might be that you're not as close to the ground as I am, but that might be just because you're slightly tight around the shoulders. It might be that you can rest your head on the mat. And just allow your body to go into that stretch again. No forcing. Feeling that around your shoulders. Slowing that breath down. Just think about that breath. It might have quickened. And then slowly start to walk your hands up. Bring your bottom onto your heels. You can always roll a blanket up underneath your thighs if your knees are uncomfortable. You're going to interlace your hands behind your back, and then imagine you're trying to draw them down to the earth. And then bringing those interlaced hands to your right hip. So it's like a little holster. You're going to drop that right ear to that right shoulder. And then slowly up and over to the left. Bringing that head back to centre, slowly drawing your hands down and then finding that left hip. Drawing that right edge, that right shoulder super slowly. Just being aware again, are you holding tension anywhere else? Is your mind wandering around? Come up and over to the left. And then come back up to centre. Draw those hands back down the centre to really try and open up your chest. And then release. Coming back to that tabletop position. You're going to bring your right knee out to the side and draw a little circle with it. So again, you're opening up your hips. If your hips are a little bit clicky, just make the circle smaller. And then you're going to reverse. Draw that knee back. Bring it round to the side. And then take that foot all the way up behind you, like you're trying to put a footprint on the ceiling. And then as you pull that chest through, like you did with cat-cow, you're going to tuck that knee into your chest and arch your back into that cat position. So not worrying about how far that knee comes into the chest. Lift that foot up. And then draw that knee into your chest. Careful not to dump all that weight into your wrists. One more, lifting it up. And then pulling it through into your chest. Take it all the way straight back behind you. You can start to lift that left hand. If you feel happy with that balance, extend that left hand straight in front of you. Flipping your left toes if you feel you're a bit wobbly. Draw that elbow in to meet knee, and then sliding it back out. Testing your balance, elbow into knee, and then sliding it out. Again, careful that wrist. One more. And then just leaving that foot and that hand extended here, or you can draw the heel into your bum, reach around with that hand to find that foot. If not, just keep that hand extended, keep the heel into your bottom. If you have got a hold of your foot, just push into that hand to lift that chest. And then gently in control, release that hand and that knee down, left knee out to the side. Circling it, nice and slowly. And then reverse. Draw that knee back, bring it round, and then taking it all the way up. Footprint on the ceiling, pull your chest through. Take an inhale as you exhale, draw that knee into your chest, push into your shoulders. Lifting that foot up to the sky, left knee out, to the side as you circle. Then you're taking that footprint up to the ceiling, pulling that chest through, taking an inhale as you exhale, you're arching your knee into your chest, pushing your shoulders away. Push that foot up to the sky, pull your chest through, belly button down to the earth, and then draw that knee towards your nose as you push into your shoulders. One more, lifting that footprint up, and then tucking it into your chest. Taking that foot straight out behind you, lifting that right hand, or extending it straight out in front of you. Flipping those toes if you need to. Draw that elbow in to meet your knee, and then you're gliding it back out. Careful not to put all that weight in your wrist. Inhale, draw that elbow into knee, and then gliding it back out. One more. Staying here or heeling towards your bottom as you reach around and grab that foot. Pushing into that hand if you can. Or just staying with that foot and that hand extended. Slowly in control, lower that knee and that hand towards the floor. Flip your toes. Walk your hands back as you lift your bottom up, staying in this forward fold. Keeping your knees nice and soft, interlacing your hands behind your back as you draw them up and over your head. Let your head hang heavy. Again, bend your knees as much as you want here. You might want to bend one knee, then the other. Feeling where needs a little bit more attention. And then slowly bring both knees back to centre, hands down. You're going to bring your hands, left hand in front of that left foot if you can, or rest it on a block. You're going to bend that left knee, straighten that right leg, reach that right arm up to the sky. As if you're opening up your chest, really trying to pull that heart round. And then slowly bring that right hand down. Doesn't have to be on the floor, to be resting on something. Bend that right knee, right hand down, left arm up to the sky as you reach that arm up. And then slowly lower, curling yourself up. Inhale, reaching your arms up over your head, taking an inhale. Exhale, you're going to fold all the way forward. You're going to come to a flat back, so you're bringing your hands underneath your knees and you're pulling your chest through. Taking an inhale, exhale, fold forward. Taking that right leg back behind you, dropping that right knee, and maybe shuffling this left foot through so it's in between your hands. Relaxing that back foot to the floor, hands to that left knee as you push your hips. Lifting your chest, easing your hips into a little bit of a stretch. And then slowly as you release, you can start to straighten that left leg in front of you. You might need to shuffle it forward. Bring your hands down to the floor. Pull that chest through, take an inhale. Exhale, arch your back. Inhale, pull your chest through. Exhale, out your back. One more. Really try and push that bum away. Feeling that left knee. Bring a bit of weight back into that foot. Bring your right foot through to meet left foot. You're going to sweep your arms up all the way overhead. Taking an inhale. Connect those palms. Exhale as you fold forward. Come into a flat back. So inhale. Hands underneath your knees, flattening your back, pulling your chest through. Exhale, fold forward. Taking that left leg back behind you, dropping that knee, relaxing that back foot, and just bringing your hand to that right knee as you push into your hips. Not allowing that knee to travel past your foot. Lift your chest. And then slowly start to straighten that right leg. Hands to the earth or to the wall or a block, book. As you pull your chest through, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, arch your back. Inhale as you push your chest through, you're pushing your bum away as well. And then inhale, arching into your back to create that space. Pull that chest through one more time, and then arching your back. Bringing that weight forward, left foot through to meet right foot. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up overhead. Connect your palms, hands to heart center. Planting that left foot down, right knee up into your chest. And then take it out to the side, back to center, out to the side. Testing your balance, back to center. And then coming out and finding your foot placement for your tree. So it might be that your toes are resting on the floor, or your foot is on the inside of your thigh or your calf. Interlace your hands, push your palms away. Reach those arms up. Find that balance, find that connection. Try not to grip with your toes. Try not to hold your breath. And then release your hands by your side. Take that knee back into your chest if you can, and then plant that foot down. Taking that left knee up to your chest, out to the side, back to centre, out to side. Go on, one more. And then finding your tree, somewhere placing the sole of that foot along that right leg. Or resting your toes on the ground and just resting your calf, heel onto your calf. Interlace your hands, push your palms away, reach those arms up. Again, check that foot. Release those hands by your side. Take that knee back into your chest and then slowly planting that foot down. Finding yourself onto your bottom. You're going to straighten your right leg and bring your left foot over the top of that right leg. Your option here is you can bring this right heel into your bottom and come into more of a bind, or keep that bottom leg straight. Bringing your right arm around to hug that knee, left hand behind you as you twist that torso round. To get more of a stretch, this is when you could find that heel in towards that left hip. You'll feel that stretch more around your glutes. And then come round for a counter twist. So bring that right hand behind you, twist that upper body round. Coming back to centre, swapping your legs. So your left leg is straight, right leg over the top, foot flat. Option again is to bring that heel in towards your bottom. Your both butt cheeks need to be on the mat. So you're going to hug that knee with that left hand, right hand behind you, twist that torso round. You're not really feeling anything, maybe draw that knee in towards your hip as you draw that upper body round. And then coming round for a counter twist, so hug that knee in, left hand behind you as you twist that upper body round. Come back to centre, release your legs, come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. So you're just going to circle your knees in one direction and then the other, allowing the small of your back to have a little bit of a massage. And then try and draw your forehead up to meet your knees, and then find your Shavasana. So relaxing down, laying your legs out, allowing your head to relax, finding your breath. Closing your eyes and bringing yourself to a few moments of stillness. Checking your jaw, your face, your shoulders, arms, palms, chest, belly, pelvis, thighs, knees, calves and feet. Checking